Good morning, students. Yes, how are you? This is the last session of this lesson, Salkama Cheruvu. Yes, in the previous two sessions, we discussed about Salkam Cheruvu. They got a lot of information about different types of the soils, different types of irrigation facilities, how the people of Salkam depend upon, what kind of crops are cultivated, yes, how they sell their produce, yes, in the market. In the market, the market agents fixed price to the produce. So, the people of or the farmers of the Salkam Cheruvu, they are get the losses. So, they are not willing to sell in the local markets. So, they took their produce from their Salkam Cheruvu to the faraway places, and there they sell and get some profits are there. So this is information about this. Now we are going to discuss in this session. We are going to discuss about another important things that is called as sources of livelihood. Sources of livelihood. Yes, what about source of livelihood means? Generally, in our coastal region, the agriculture provide employment opportunities for our agriculture laborers. That means our Indian agriculture, particularly in deltaic regions of Andhra Pradesh like East Godavari and West Godavari, the agriculture laborers provide work, getting the work, but not like that in Rayalaseema, because a little source of water, little sources of water, they have no sufficient work for them. That means they are looking for another important jobs. Listen, why? The agriculture is not profitable. Agriculture is not profitable because there is no rainfall is there, and also if the Salkam Cheruvu farmers want to dig the bore wells, it is most expensive. Even though they dig that bore wells, they can't get water. Sometimes it is as a debt, it is not bearing. So in this region, they are searching for different kinds of sources of livelihood, because they give education for their children, they give a sufficient food their families. So some people are migrated from Salkam Cheruvu to another places. Migrate to other places. Migrate to other places, and also they are searching for some other jobs which is better to their livelihood. They are searching for some other jobs. Work. They are searching for some other works in different parts. So because of the pathetic conditions, difficult times in this region, the many people are migrated from their place to another place. They are searching for other works to maintain their family, to better livelihood. So that is the thing. So most of the people from Rayalaseema region, they migrate to cities like Bangalore and other important cities. They are settled as a carpenters or rickshaw pullers. Some other works they have to settle in that place. Next, we can discuss about animal herding. Animal herding, that means animal rearing. Yes, what is animal herding? What kind of animals they rear the people of Salkam Cheruvu? Yes, in our area also, some communities or some people rear the animals. She buffaloes, she cows, sheep, goats. These animals they rear. These animals are also give some income for them. Suppose in our villages, the village farmers sell their milk. So they earning one way. That is the one way of earning in our areas. Like that, yes, this area is also, they are rearing the animals, she buffaloes, cows and sheep. And that means these animals, buffaloes, sheep, goats, and these are giving a sufficient income for them. Because of that, they are rear the animals. Listen, 5 to 6 families depend upon rear the sheep. In this lesson, in Salkam Cheruvu, the 5 to 10 families depend upon animal rearing. That is sheep and goats. Sheep, goats, and buffaloes, etc., etc. That means the people or some families, they are domesticate animals like these. And also okay, listen. In Rayalaseema region, we find some hills are there. In the low area, the low hill areas, the grazing is available to the animals. The grazing is available to the animals because in this region, they are called domesticated animals. Particularly in this region, a particular fodder is available to the sheep's chigara trees. As chigara. So, chigara trees are okay, chigara trees are available. So that means what understand? Yes, to live for their better livelihood, they are domesticate animals. They are rearing the animals. Yes. Yes, listen. Now we are going to discuss about this village. Another important thing and charcoal. Yes, charcoal production. Listen, in some families collectively produce charcoal. They collected wood from the nearest areas, that is called as tumma, that is called as sarkar tumma. Okay, listen. This is called charcoal clints. It is called charcoal clints. As 2 or 3 families together, they are doing this business. They are making charcoal. They are using the wood. That is called as sarkar tumma. Sarkar tumma is freely available on the forest of this Rayalaseema region. So they are working, they are getting money from this yes, listen. Okay, this is the coal produced, they sell in the markets. Listen, sarkar tumma, it is available freely as they produce charcoal and selling in faraway markets. Okay, understand? Next, we are going to discuss about another important point, that is called cement bricks. Yes, nowadays in our area also cement bricks. Of course, in our area, some people of from other places, they are working in brick clints, and some are working in cement bricks industries. Cement brick industries like that in Salkam Cheruvu, the Rayalaseema region, the many people are also working in cement bricks industries. Cement brick industries are there. Yes. Okay. These cement industry provide work for many agricultural laborers. As because of less irrigation facilities, because of less cultivable land, the people of this area particularly, they are searching for other important jobs for their better livelihood. Some are migrated from their place to another place, far distances, but some are working in far away, working in nearer locations. So now we can discuss about another important thing that is called as village settlements. Village settlements. What is village settlement? Yes, in our location also, in our area, in our coastal Andhra region also, in the society, different castes are there. The people living together at one place, in the same village, the different castes and communities are there. The different people are working different works for their livelihood. Here also the same thing. In our locations, some are, particularly in the villages, some are landlords are there, some are agricultural laborers are there, some are cultivators are there. Do you know what is the difference between cultivators and laborers? Understand or not? In our village, in our rural areas, some people are called cultivators, some people are called laborers. Who are they? Cultivators are nothing but the people who have some land, maybe 1 hectare or 2 hectare or 5 hectares. The people who are having own land, they are called as cultivators. Otherwise, some people take some land for lease, they are also called cultivators. They are also called cultivators. That means they have some land. And who are laborers? Agricultural laborers means they are the landless people. Agricultural laborers mean they are landless people. They have no 1 acre of land. Purely they are depend upon others, work in other fields and daily wage. This is the difference between this is a difference between cultivators and agricultural laborers. Let's listen. In Salkam Cheruvu, nearly 300 families are there. 300 families. Nearly 1200 people are there. Understand? How many families are there? Nearly the 200 people are different castes. Yes, in your village also some castes are there, you know. Yes, in every village some different castes are there. In Salkam Cheruvu also some different castes are there. All the people living together, yes, there. Among them, most of the people are landless. Understand? Yes, some people are only the owners of 5 hectares of land. Some peoples are the owners of 5 acres of land. But very few families, or 2 or 3 families, 2 or 3 families, 2 or 3 families have 20 acres of land. Acres of land. You observe in every village, the rural areas, the remaining people became agricultural labor. Many people are agricultural labor. That means what I told, they must work in other field. They work on daily wages. So this is the settlement of village in Salkam Cheruvu. Understand or not? Yes. Mostly in Salkam Cheruvu, the people of this area, they depend upon water. They are dependent upon water for wells. Mostly the people digs well water. Yes, why? Tank water may be polluted because all the damages are put into the tanks. So the tank water is not safe. So the people are depend upon well water only. The people of the Salkam Cheruvu depend upon well water only. Okay. What about the village roads, the connectivity of the roads? Listen, every village in our area also, your area also, the village roads are mainly connected to main roads. Yes, once upon a time, the most of the village roads are kacha roads. Listen, most of the roads are kacha roads. That means it is not favorable to go. It is full of mud in rainy season. Up and downs are there. Yes, here also, once upon a time, most of the roads are kacha roads. But nowadays, in this Salkama Cheruvu, these villages also are connected with main roads, as the people of this village take their vegetables and agricultural produce, the milk and other produce in their village, they are taking to the faraway places because of well connected of roads, and they sell there and getting profits are there. Mainly these roads are connected from Anantapuram to Tirupati. Tirupati. Okay, you know how many Rayalaseema districts are there? All these districts are belongs to Deccan Plateau. Yes, sir. Chitturu belongs to Chitturu and Kadapa, Kurnool, Anantapuram. These four are called Rayalaseema districts are there. Chitturu is belongs, Tirupati is belongs to Tirupati. Do you know what is the importance of Tirupati? Yes, our goddess Venkateswara Swami is there. The many of our Hindus visit the Tirupati and worshipped Venkateswara Swami. So it is very, very famous because of Venkateswara Swami cult is there. Vishnu cult is called Venkateswara Swami is there. So that is the importance. So this Salkam Cheruvu village connected with other important cities. Yes, now finally I may conclude this lesson. Already we learnt about the Salkam Cheruvu and also about the Rayalaseema region, about the Deccan Plateau, how the people of these regions are getting problems for food and work and drinking water facilities and some other works we learn. Yes, for all this information, what steps have to take by the government? The government should take care of the people of Rayalaseema and also the Salkam Cheruvu. Yes, the government must take some care to give a better life to the people of Salkam Cheruvu village. So, do you know why it is called a Salkam Cheruvu? Because of a big tank in Salkam Cheruvu. The tank name is Salkama Cheruvu. So, village name is also called as a Salkam Cheruvu. Yes, now we can discuss about what is the responsibility of the government. Yes, immediately the first step have to take, the government should identify the situation of this Rayalaseema region and Salkam Cheruvu. They may announce drought area. Already I explained about drought. The rainfall is less than optimum level is called as drought, I told. So first it announce it is a drought area. Then the government should take the steps. That means the government should provide a sufficient seeds. Government responsibility. What is the responsibility of the government? Yes, give better seeds. Second one, provide irrigation facilities. Yes, because of that, our Andhra Pradesh governments, the previous and present governments, take some care to give water for Telangana region through Krishna and Godavari rivers. The waters are diverted from Godavari and Krishna to this Rayalaseema region. That is a best step which was taken by the government of Andhra Pradesh. Not only this, and also the government should give bank loans for them. God should give bank loans. Should give bank loans. Yes, and also the government could give free electricity. In sufficient time. Sufficiently. And the government provide MS, the most important thing. The government provide MSP. What is called MSP? Minimum support price. Minimum support price. Why I am telling? The agents are cheated the farmers. So the government should announce the minimum support price to this. And also the government should give seeds and other inputs. Seeds and other inputs should supply on subsidy price. On subsidy price. Okay? As already we discussed a lot of information about the Salkam Cheruvu. What is the type of soil? What is the irrigation facilities are there? How they are rear the animals? And what kind of markets are there? What about the connectivity of the roads, and you have learned a lot of things. For that, what government have to take steps to give a better life to these people of Rayalaseema. Okay, yes, I think you are carefully follow this lesson. If possible, once again we will meet through these online classes. Thank you very much.